Good morning, everyone. My name is Maheen. I am the Director of Operation and Advocacy with Ignite Long Island. We're here at Sensaras with Emily and Glen. Could you guys please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Go ahead.
I'm Glen Melder, CEO of Sensaras. We make ultrasonic level sensing devices.
And I'm Emily Poetker, the CFO of Sensaras.
Very awesome. Could you tell me a little bit about your manufacturing facility?
So we have a 7,500 square feet space now, where we design from scratch and manufacture custom liquid level sensors. And in simple terms, that's just basically is liquid present or absent.
Oh, wow. That's very awesome. How many people do you have working for you currently?
22 or 23 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And are you projecting to grow in the next few years?
We've been steadily growing. Every single year, we expect to hire a minimum of 3 to 5 people about this year.
That's awesome. That's very awesome. And Glenn, what made you get into the semiconductor or the ultrasonic industry?
So I came to the United States in 1986. I got into this ultrasonic company that was on Long Island. It was one of the oldest ultrasonic level sensing companies, and it just fascinated me that you can use sound to measure liquid,
Yeah.
the presence of liquid or the absence of liquid, and also how far liquid is. So if you had it in a tank, it'll tell you how far the actual liquid was. So it was actually very interesting to me, and so that's how I got into it. And then, as time went by, that company moved away to Chicago. So I joined another ultrasonic company that basically the people from that first company started up the second one. So I joined that right at the very start, and we grew that for 25 years. And then that company moved away, and so I started Sensaras.
You wanted to stay
So
on the island.
I wanted to keep the talent really is on Long Island.
Yeah.
Ultrasonics is a lot of science, uh, but it is also a lot of practice. It's a lot of art that goes into it.
Mhm.
So the people that were here actually build the company. And so I've got people that worked with me 35 years ago
That's awesome.
that are still here.
Is Emily one of them?
No, actually, Emily joined me 10 years ago when we opened Sensaras. So
Oh, that's very awesome.
just when the company left, I wanted to start up, and her job that she was working at decided that, hey, we're gonna close the place up over here, and we just talked about it and said, let's do it.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome. And it's been 11 years since?
11 years
Yeah.
since.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. How do you guys define success for your business and maybe even personally?
I think like at the inception of Sincera's, success was making it through the first month, the second month, the third month. It was the hard work that we put in to make it to the end of the month and still stay.
Yeah.
Then, like, I think success, the idea of success changed. It turned into more long-term goals. What is it going to take Sinceras to the next level? Like getting the ISO certification. Now we have two. And what is it going to take to make sure that our quality is on point each and every single time, 100% of the time?
Absolutely.
And so success is achieving very small to very big goals that we set for ourselves, like
Absolutely.
obtaining the building in 2019 and stuff like that.
That's awesome. So it went from one step at a time to
Yeah.
then long-term goals,
That's
and it's many years after.
Yeah.
I think for us at Sensaras, we want to. My idea of success is basically happiness, right?
Yeah.
And so this can be different for everybody. It can be health, wealth, um, happiness, whatever. And I think during your course of your life, everything changes. Each step of the way that, oh, I want something else. And so
Yeah.
that becomes your new goal. Here at Sensaras, we wanted to keep it as happiness. And so we try to do everything that we can with our products. We try to do that with, when I say products, like we want to make sure our customers are happy with the product. So we make a quality product. Our whole um, quality system is set up on people.
Yeah.
And so people and products, that's what we do. So we tell our employees that, um, you're so important. This is what you need to do. Our products are going into these different places. So you have to make sure that your customers are happy with what we do. And then of course, because we work with the military and sensors, we build sensors for the military. A big part of us is to make sure that um, people's lives depend on what we do.
Yeah.
And so we try to instill that into our people, making sure
Absolutely.
that they are proud of what they do, and that's how we go.
That's awesome. Could you tell me that the banner tradition that you guys have at Sensaras? The very first
Oh.
time we met, you guys told me the story, and it's very inspiring.
It came up as a quality audit. Electric Boat came down just to talk to us about how important our level sensors are to to the Navy, to the submarines and stuff like that. And this guy that had talked to us, Chris Yaris was his name, and he was a sailor on one of the ships, and he told us basically what had happened when they had an accident at sea, and the quality of work that goes into a sub, of how many sailors are on board, and if we make one small mistake,
Yeah.
it could be catastrophic to the sailors. And so we have a banner. So they gave us a banner,
The USS
and
Thresher.
the USS Thresher, which basically was a ship that went down in 1963.
Wow.
And from that, they have learned to double check and triple check and four check,
Yeah.
all the way up to make sure it's an absolute perfect ship before it goes out. And so we've got this banner hung up in the back, and you probably will see it later.
Yeah.
That after we train our people for 3 months and they make it through the 3 month course, we get everyone to go back there, and there's a little sign-in ceremony, and they sign the banner and say, "Yep, we are committed to quality, and we will make sure that it
Awesome.
works."
And it's also a way to bring them onto the team. Like now
Yes.
they're
Right.
officially onto the team, and we're all working towards the same goal.
And I think that's kind of what sets us apart to a certain extent, is that we've designed Sinceras to be a community. We all show up every day to get our jobs done, but we're a real team. We can all count on each other to get to the finish line together.